In the mist-wrapped heart of Manchester, a quiet storm brews. The Glazers, Manchester United's enigmatic gatekeepers, stand on one side. On the other, Sheikh Jassim, a man veiled in prestige and promise. This is not a simple game. It's a high-stakes chess match of power, played in the shadows of Old Trafford. A battle not fought on the pitch, but amidst the cold, in different numbers on the balance sheets. Welcome to the Theatre of Dreams, where the lines blur between reality and fiction, and the beautiful game takes an intriguing turn. This is Manchester United's silent conflict, a saga shrouded in secrecy and suspense. Hey, don't just sit there. Click that subscribe button and join our footy fan club. We've got tons of thrilling tales coming your way. You wouldn't believe how many times I get asked this question after the standard, "How's it going?" It's always, "Hey, what's going on with Manchester United's takeover?" Like, it's not even a morning coffee joke anymore. Probably because of where I'm hanging my hat. You can fill in the blanks with a witty punchline on where Man United fans reside. I'm pretty sure my wife isn't fielding these questions unless some curious villagers drop the query in passing. No matter how many times I answer, my responses don't seem to be improving. It's not because I'm skiving off or playing make-believe. Nope. The real reason is there's only a handful of people, 6 to be exact, who really know what's happening with the Manchester United takeover. And they all answer to the name of Glazer, the prodigal children of the late American billionaire Malcolm Glazer, who snapped up the Premier League club back in 2005. An ex-employee from United, who's still in the game but preferred to remain unnamed, stated how incredibly secretive the Glazers are when money's involved, never leaking a whisper. Everyone else who's been speculating these past 8 months, on or off the record, has basically been trying to read the Glazers' minds. Now and then, there's some intel that clearly came from someone tied to the Glazer empire. Other times, we get these semi-educated guesses from anonymous Twitter accounts, which are usually home to illegal streams of Premier League games. It's like a daily cryptic puzzle for Man United fans, Qatari newspaper editors, and NYSE traders to decipher. As of late, what's the word from the Glazer court? Zip. Zilch. Nada. I know some of you may be ready to dive into the comments calling this all clickbait, but hold up. This month alone, out of the 50 Manchester United-related stories we've churned out, only 2 have been about the takeover. Yet the questions won't stop, so buckle up, folks. Now, why haven't the Glazers sold the club yet? No need for detective work here, the answer is common knowledge. They expected a bidding war when they put the club on the market in November, anticipating that some deep-pocketed buyers would cough up more than $8 billion, £6.1 billion, but reality brought a rude awakening. Instead of a heated auction, they found themselves in a 2-horse race, where the bidders were more concerned about not looking foolish by paying more than $6 billion, or £4.6 billion, for a company that was valued at less than half that just a day before the auction. So, the club remains unsold because the Glazers' asking price hasn't been met yet. And how much have they been offered, you ask? Time to return to the realm of educated guessing. The 2 bidders, Ineos and the 9-2 Foundation, have agreed to non-disclosure terms, so no official figures have been revealed. But people aren't the best secret keepers, are they? Our best guess lands us at a figure around $6.5 billion, or £5 billion. However, each offer is unique in its approach and structure. Ineos has proposed to buy only the Glazer shares, or just enough to gain control, while Sheikh Jassim wants all of the shares, including the 31% that's owned by investors who bought into United since they were partially floated on the NYSE in 2012. This is a huge difference, because Sheikh Jassim could end up paying almost twice as much as Ineos is initially proposing. At one point, Ineos was favoured, and it seems like Sheikh Jassim might even back out of the race. But then the 9-2 Foundation threw in a 5th and final offer in early June that effectively closed the valuation gap. Since then, the buzz around the bid has been intense, with rumours, tweets and reports suggesting an imminent takeover by Sheikh Jassim. However, nothing concrete has happened yet. Ineos' confidence ebbs and flows. One day they'd be signing the share purchase agreement, and the next, they're reportedly dead in the water. All of this speculation and back and forth has led to a lot of confusion and anticipation. The Glazers, Ineos and United's board of directors have all kept tight-lipped about the threat of legal action from minority shareholders. And yet the shareholders suggest that this should be a big issue for the Ineos bid. Well, there's more where that came from. Smash that subscribe button and stay in the loop. Trust us, you won't want to miss a moment. Meanwhile, Sheikh Jassim's bid is seen as a clean break from the past. No more Glazer-related debt and no more Glazer relations at all. But even this bid isn't without its complications. Right from the beginning, questions have been raised about Sheikh Jassim and his 9-2 Foundation. Rain, the firm in charge of the sale, hasn't even made contact with him. So where does this leave us? What is the real state of affairs with the Manchester United takeover? Well, it seems we are stuck in a holding pattern for now. The Glazers continue to be cagey about their intentions, while the bidding parties have thrown their hats into the ring without any clear assurance of success. This continues to be a high-stakes poker game, with the Glazers holding their cards close to their chests. One thing that's certain is that there's an impasse. The Glazers aren't willing to drop their price, and the buyers aren't ready to meet it. And with the club's performance on the field not necessarily translating into a spike in its market valuation, the current standstill may continue for some time. If a sale is imminent, it would likely be signaled by a significant increase in the club's share price, or some form of official statement. As of now, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that such a deal is on the horizon. As for the possibility of legal action from minority shareholders, this is a complex issue. They do have rights, but these rights are limited. In essence, if the Glazers sell their majority stake and the new owners then decide to delist the company, the minor shareholders could potentially be left out in the cold. On the Sheikh Jassim front, while his bid is seen as a breath of fresh air for the club, it's not without its own issues. The ambiguity around the 9-2 Foundation and the lack of contact with Rain suggests a shaky foundation for this bid. It remains to be seen whether this bid can surmount the various obstacles it faces and win the race. As the referee calls full time, we're just getting started. Click subscribe and let's keep this football fiesta rolling. More juicy stories, more shocking reveals, all just a subscription away. As the lights dim over Old Trafford, the silent conflict ebbs. The ripples from this power struggle have transformed the heart of Manchester, redefining the meaning of victory. In the grand scheme, it's more than just a football club. It's an empire, a legacy defined by each clandestine move, every hushed conversation. Sheikh Jassim and the Glazers are architects of an era etched in intrigue and ambition. Behind the roars and the glory, the truth whispers its name. The endgame is uncertain, the path unknown. This is the theatre of dreams, where the final act is yet to be scripted, where the echoes of the beautiful game linger long after the whistle.